Hello, my name is Bria Johnson, and I decided to interview my CEO, Byron Auguste. Byron Auguste is the founder of the non for profit and also the CEO, Opportunity at Work. The mission is to expand access to career pathways so all Americans can work, earn, and learn to their full potential. This will be accomplished through talent financing, skill based hiring, and inclusive labor markets. The first skill based hiring initiative of the organization is called Tech Hire, which is foreseen to be in 72 communities nationwide. Rhode Island is serving as a national learning lab to implement this multi sided platform. Tech Hire Rhode Island is the first market on the ground to expand access to careers in more technical fields. More than expanding the local tech talent pipeline, we are also helping skilled Rhode Islanders, particularly the overlooked and underrepresented, to demonstrate their ability to do the job and get tech hired, which means demonstrating their skill mastery over their academic pedigree. There are two reasons why I chose to interview Byron Auguste. One, I have been working with the organization for a little over 2 months and have not had the chance to really get to know him. Since I work in a learning lab in Rhode Island and he is located in DC, I have not really been able to just walk in his office and ask him questions. Two, as a person of color that who eventually wants to start my own business, it is super important to me to get to ask questions to another person of color who has already accomplished becoming a CEO. As we all know, there are not a lot of CEOs that represent people of color, and any chance I get the opportunity to highlight one, I am going to do so. So here's a little background about Byron. He was born in London and moved to the United States when he was 2. Byron received his undergraduate degree in economics and political science from Yale College. He then went on to receive his master's and doctorates in economics in Oxford. He started out his early career at McKinsey and Company. McKinsey and Company is a global management consulting firm. There, he worked in many different industries, which range from education to technology. During his 20-year term, Byron was able to achieve the position of a director and then continue to be the firm's first African American senior partner. Byron was asked in 2013 by President Obama to serve as the deputy director of the White House Economic Council and deputy assistant for economic policy. He played a critical role in overseeing a portfolio that included creating jobs, labor markets, all things related to skills and workforce policy, and more. While Byron was in the White House, the initiative of Tech Hire was just an idea on a piece of paper. But his personal background and experiences encouraged him to make the idea into a reality. Therefore, in 2015, he founded Opportunity at Work, which will lead the Tech Hire initiative. As I stated earlier, Opportunity at Work is a nonprofit aiming to expand access to career pathways so all Americans can work, earn, and learn to their full potential. Our first initiative, www.techhire.careers, is going to create a network to connect employers with that have information technology hiring needs to individuals who possess the skills and motivation to be successful employees, but specifically targeting the skill seekers that have non-traditional pathways. So they might have went to a boot camp, they might have went to a training program. It doesn't matter. As long as they have the skills, that means they should get the job. One of the biggest successes, of Opportunity at Work is that there are big name people around the table. One, like Reid Hoffman, who is the founder of LinkedIn. He also serves as a board member on the Opportunity at Work board. Other big players like Mark Zuckerberg, Amazon, Workday, and many more are supporting the movement. In order to do something that has never been done, which is to highlight skills over degrees, there have to be big players at the table that will back this work. Since it is a startup, there have been many challenges, but in particular, the biggest challenges the staff has experienced was when they initiated 21 communities to consider the concept of skills-based hiring. They did not communicate the full scope of what the tech hire platform was supposed to accomplish. And there seemed to be this either or mentality. The mindset of the team was, are we building the tech hire platform or are we supporting communities? Byron instead wanted it to be a both and scenario, but the process was overthought and communication was not clear. In order for the platform to work, the team had to also engage the community while simultaneously building and implementing the platform. He mentioned that it is difficult to implement a successful multi-sided platform. Another example of a multi-sided platform can either be think of Uber or Airbnb. Another thing that he mentioned were the challenges around hiring practices. The biggest mistake he feels that Opportunity has work made with hiring is that sometimes in the beginning, some degrees were taken into consideration along with the skill set. But Byron wants Opportunity at work to be the pioneer for skill based hiring. And sometimes that was tough, especially when filling VP roles. But he says that's no excuse and that we have to figure it out. He knows we're better than the average company, but we still have a long way to go. So that made me ask him, Byron, what is a good fit for Opportunity at work and what is a bad fit? He said a good fit is someone who has failed. Since it is a startup, there is going to be a lot of mess and a lot of failure, and the person who gets straight A's won't be able to handle this. And a bad fit is again the person who got the straight A's. Even though they can have the passion for the mission, if they never fail, they won't succeed at Opportunity at work. Since this initiative right now is only in Rhode Island, I was curious what is the strategy for long term? But I asked him, and he said it is a continual learning process. But Byron referred to 2015 and 2016 as the years for major learnings. 2017 is what he refers to as Opportunity at Work's freshman year, and 2018 is the sophomore year, and I'm currently in the sophomore year now. In store for junior year, which is 2019, he wants to have employers be a part of Tech Hire's marketplace. He wants more companies to commit to the idea of hiring based on skill. In 2023, Byron wants Tech Hire conversations to be happening all over the United States. But in order for that to happen, they need to scale their efforts and move into new markets. The strategy behind moving into new markets is to assess where there is high demand of technical jobs and a high supply of job seekers. Based on this criteria, Opportunity at Work has planned to launch an on the ground team in Los Angeles by the end of 2019. So Byron shared some great advice with us. And I've done this project before and I actually never received this advice. So I'm very excited to share it with you all. Byron encouraged us to learn to be a great protege to attract great mentors and learn to be a great mentor to attract great proteges. As we know, both of these parties have a lifelong learning mentality and it's best to learn from each other. So never feel like you know everything. There's always improvement and space to learn something new. And also, I asked him, what books should we read? There was a study I was reading that says successful people read books, and come to find out that is one of Byron's activities he does in his leisure time. So he told us that we should read the Checklist Manifesto and also Meditations. I did look on Amazon, and both of the hardcovers are under $11. The final tip Byron shared for our class was, when you see something wrong, do not assume that someone else is taking care of it. Because the reality is no one is really taking the time to notice how to fix the problem. If the last 99 people say someone must be fixing it, you should be the one person that says, I am going to be the one to fix it. I really appreciated taking the time to do this assignment and get to know the CEO. I fully agree with Dr. Whitmire that this is one of the best assignments, and I'm glad her son gave her the idea because now I can see that I do want Byron to be my mentor, and hopefully I'm a great protege for him to mentor me. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks.